And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex on this rainy fall evening. It is Mike Renier alongside Cheryl Johnstone from Country 92.9 FM CMCO here in Chatham. And Cheryl, we are here to bring to you here on TV Coach Go the Occam Shrine Club Minor Football Pee Wee Day of Champs. And this is the Pee Wee Championship game. And this is the third game that we played today. And you think Mother Nature could have treated us a little bit better tonight?
No, apparently she decided not to hold off on the rain as it is coming down. A little bit windy out there as well. Perfect football weather, get down and dirty out there on the field.
So these kids working very hard to get in where they are here tonight with the championship football game going on here in the opening kickoff in just a moment. To this pits the Clark Drainage Contractors Cougars from Blenheim. They will be in the black uniforms here tonight, and the EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash Cougars. There would be in the white, too. So this should be an interesting matchup here this evening.
Yeah, it is going to be a very interesting matchup because the two coaches for this team used to coach together out in Blenheim. Apparently still friends, and, we've got for the Clark Drainage team at BJ Griffith, and for the EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash, Kevin Pugh. So, they know each other, and obviously some bragging rights among them on the line tonight.
Kevin Pugh, the Pee Wee travel head coach from champion from last year. He coaches at John McGregor Secondary School. Great coach, does a great job motivating the kids too. EnviroClean, some great athletes that are a little undersized here. So we're getting ready to go here with the opening kickoff. And it is high up into the air and comes down around the 35-yard line. And it gets returned, still on the return here. And finally taken down around the 38-yard line. So the Clark Drainage Football Club will have opening possession to get things going here tonight. And, well, maybe field conditions aren't the greatest after some football's been played today and less than ideal conditions outside.
Yeah, with this rain, it makes you wonder if we'll see a lot of running plays tonight, not so much throwing, as it is a little bit windy, and of course, we're going to have some wet balls. We might see some turnovers tonight, which could make for some exciting action.
Owen Doris is number 12, the quarterback for Clark Drainage here tonight. 1st and 10 as we kick off the championship football game. And off the snap, run pretty much right up the gut to about the 45-yard line. So that appears to be a gain of about 5 yards or thereabouts. So that'll bring down second down and around 5 or thereabouts for Clark Drainage.
And this should be an interesting matchup because these two teams in their previous two games have been pretty close, but it's been Clark Drainage coming out on top both times. And the last one was really close, so I'm sure the EnviroClean team is raring for a win.
2nd and 3, the call now from the 45-yard line close to midfield. And now another run right up the middle. They're going to get first down yardage right past the 50-yard line, finally getting taken down around the 52. That's an 8-yard pickup there by the running back. Looked like Elijah Bell picking up the yardage needed for the first down and a lot more.
Yeah, definitely a nice first down run there. And as we were saying, starting off with the run here, getting the team warmed up. So, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of running tonight with this weather.
Probably pretty safe to say that for sure. Close to midfield, the 53-yard line of their own side of the field here. And once again, a running play. Now a fumble, and it looks like a turnover as the EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash. And they're going to take over, so that, again, could be very well attributed to the weather. A run right up the middle once again, which is something that Clark Drainage did all 3 of their plays.
Big turnover there for EnviroClean to pick that one up. And, decent field position here at about midfield. And as they start to make their way down the field, totally stopping Clark Drainage. They seem to be on a roll right there, and then totally change the momentum.
It did, yeah, kind of stopped their flow a little bit. Looking pretty good moving the ball for the first 3 plays, but a fumble recovered by EnviroClean, and they now have the ball in enemy territory at around the 53-yard line of Clark Drainage. So 1st and 10 as they look to get first blood here tonight. Now our first pass play of the evening, and a pass along the far side along the right. Incomplete pass.
2nd and 10.
As Kelton Evans kind of overshot his receiver just by a little bit.
Just a bit there, just past his outreached hands there. And they'll be going back, and you know what, good first play there. You know, it takes a little bit of time to get warmed up here, I think, especially on a cold night such as this. It's going to take them a little bit to get those muscles warm and ready to go.
Yeah, this is not your typical weather conditions here this evening for sure, but a lot of brave folks in the stands with their umbrellas and scarves and jackets tonight. 2nd and 10 once again for EnviroClean. Off of the turnover, drop back to pass along the left side, and that one intended for Jake Anderson. And good coverage by Clark Drainage as they were all over Jake Anderson. They saw that one coming from a mile away.
Definitely read that one the entire way. Great coverage on the defense from Clark Drainage. And for EnviroClean, you know, they've got a lot of great athletes on the team, though some of them are a little bit more undersized. So you might see a little bit more of the different formations from them tonight.
3rd and 10 once again, EnviroClean with the ball. Scoreless football game, and their first running play of the evening. They kick it out to the right side and getting a few positive yards, but not nearly enough for the first down. As the ball comes just past the 50-yard line, they kicked it out to the right-hand side.
4th down and 8.
And only about a 2-yard pickup there for EnviroClean. So 4th and 8 is what's shaping up here.
And of course, EnviroClean sending their punting unit on the field now. Not very much running room there as Clark Drainage and their defense totally read that one out and pursued him over to the sideline.
So as you can see, a 4-down system here tonight in this tournament here this afternoon and this evening. Back to punt, and now goes over top of the punter's head, and now it's a loose football all the way back to around the 38-yard line. And this is some pretty good field position for Clark Drainage off of that botched punt. And again, slippery football, slippery field. And that punt didn't work out for EnviroClean, so Clark Drainage will take over at around the 38.
It'll be interesting to see if Clark Drainage can now utilize this great field position and see if they can score some points here early in the first quarter.
Here at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex, once again, Owen Dorsers will hand it off, and a running back right up the middle, and a nice run. That's going to be huge yardage and a big gain all the way up to close to the 25-yard line of EnviroClean.
15 yards, 1st down and 10 to 23.
Up to the 23-yard line, so good running play off to the left-hand side as the running back found quite the hole.
Great running room, great blocking there by the offensive line from Clark Drainage, opening up that hole for the running back.
So 1st down and 10, best field position so far for either team early on in this football game. And once again, they stick to what works, running play. Not quite as far this time around, but still some positive yardage for Clark Drainage as they look to get on the scoreboard for the first time here tonight, still scoreless.
So about a pickup of 4 yards on that one. So, you know, they're sticking with what's working so far tonight here. And so far that seems to be the run, although you start to think if they're going to mix it up, maybe throw it, maybe take a shot at the end zone soon here.
Well, let's see how good my predicting is. I predict a pass play right here, but in the past my predictions have been awful, so we'll see what happens. But certainly the running game has done quite well for Clark Drainage early on in this football game. Once again, they do go on the run up the middle, pumping towards that goal line, but still unable to get into the house just yet. But still another good run for Clark Drainage.
And it appears to be a 1st down on that one as too, so about a pickup of about 6 yards to get the 1st down, now down around the 15-yard line or so.
Calling it 1st and 10, 14-yard line, deep into EnviroClean territory. And again, Clark Drainage on the prowl here. So a fresh set of downs. They definitely want to capitalize here. Once again, they go on the running attack and off to the left-hand side. More positive yards there for Clark Drainage.
Close to the goal line here. Not quite able to punch it in as EnviroClean's defense able to bring him down about 1 yard, or about 4 or 5 yards short of the end zone. So
2nd and 3 from
see what they do with this now as they're only on 2nd down.
So 3 yards to a 1st down, 5 yards to 6 points here, and an early lead for Clark Drainage. Once again, the snap goes right up the middle, And it's going to be close.
No signal yet from any of the umpires on the field.
Doesn't look like
First down and 10 from the 1.
Doesn't look like he got in, and now they're calling it right at the 1 yard line. So they do get a fresh set of downs, which is pretty important. They get 4 cracks at this now.
Well, in the way that their running backs have been able to run right up the gut here of EnviroClean's defense, I don't think it'll take them 4 tries to get it in the end zone.
No, it's been pretty much positive yardage the entire way off of that miscue on the punt from EnviroClean. Good field position, and Clark Drainage able to punch it so far to the 1. 1st and 10. Once again, they head towards the end zone, and now a touchdown as they're able to run it in. And an early lead for Clark Drainage at a 6-0 lead. What an impressive run and a march to the end zone. So they have the early lead.
Very exciting play here, although, you know what, all running, so you got to start to wonder if EnviroClean's going to start to pick up on that, maybe put some more men in the box there as they try to stop the run here, as we see Clark Drainage line up for the extra point.
You're right, Owen Dorses is elected to just hand it off to the running back pretty much every time here this evening, so it's a formula that's worked so far right through the entire drive there. Second time of the ball. Now the extra point is up.
And it's blocked.
The score is Clark Drainage 6.
The extra point blocked on that one. Bit of a high snap from the long snapper on that one. Not able to get it down there in time, though, but that extra time allowed the EnviroClean special teams to punch through the line there and get a hand on the ball. Yeah, a little bit of momentum now here as they will be receiving the ball here on the kickoff.
Lining up. They'll kick it off from their 45-yard line. Looking for the best field position that they can. Down 6-0 to Clark Drainage. And now it's loose at the 45-yard line off of the kickoff.
Going to take over at the 45-yard line.
And now will be a 45-yard line where they start off with EnviroClean.
Able to wrangle that one in on the kickoff there. Looks like it's a little wet, a little muddy out there in the middle of the field here at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex.
You figure that it's going to be an adventure with pretty much every punt and kick here this evening, and really with every pass and run. So every play could be interesting here tonight.
Yeah, you never know. Ball might squirt out, as we saw earlier. Even when they go to throw the ball, slip through from some hands. You never know what's going to happen. Momentum can change very quickly.
Again, 6-0 Clark Drainage is the score. 1st and 10, and now another running play off to the right-hand side. And the ball able to be pushed up to around the 49-yard line of EnviroClean.
2nd down and 5.
And they got half the yardage necessary, so 2nd and 5 shaping up. Not a bad opening play in that drive.
Yeah, hard-fought 5 yards there, too. Kept going and dragging a couple players along with him, the running back there.
2nd down and 5 once again. The Occam Shrine Club Minor Football Pee Wee Day of Champs in the Pee Wee Championship game. EnviroClean and Clark Drainage. And the Clark Drainage club up 6-0 in this first quarter. Once again, another running back as it's shoveled back and sent right up the middle. Minimal gain there, probably up to 48-yard line if they're lucky.
1 minute left in the first quarter.
As we're down to a minute left to go here in this first quarter, so they look to only get to around the 48-yard line. 3rd down and 3 to go. Both teams feeling each other out early on and playing it safe on the ground.
Definitely, and you got to start to wonder if you'll see some of these teams maybe take a chance, take a shot down the field. Maybe they're going to save that for a little bit later in the game, but so far just playing safe.
3rd down and 3, an important play here for EnviroClean is looking for a big 1st down. Another running play, and it looks like 1st down yardage, and oh no, now a fumble, and it looks like it's going to be taken over by Clark Drainage.
1st down and 10 from their own 54.
So another big break for Clark Drainage as they're able to scoop up the football off of the fumble right at midfield.
So far, 2 costly turnovers from EnviroClean, Car and Dogwash as they cough up the ball twice now, giving Clark Drainage a decent field position at about midfield. So we'll see if Clark Drainage is able to capitalize on it once again here. Maybe put some more points up on the board as they struck first, 6-0 for Clark Drainage.
And slow to get up for EnviroClean. Looked to be Jake Anderson. And he is now getting up. And Anderson will walk off to the sideline under his own power, so it looks like he's going to be relatively okay. But off to the sideline he goes, and his offense coughs up the football, unfortunately, so still 6-0.
Yeah, so hopefully they'll be able to turn this around. You know, we're talking about they just had some momentum there blocking that extra point, and unfortunately that happened. So I'm sure the coach, Kevin Pugh's probably on the field talking about ball security to them right now.
It's tough with the weather conditions, but do the best that you can.
At the end of the first quarter.
As that's going to bring an end to the first quarter.
EnviroClean, nothing.
And it's a 6-0 lead after the first quarter here at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex on this rainy evening. And once again, it is the Occam Shrine Club Minor Football Pee Wee Day of Champs. We have made it up to our third football game of this day and the Pee Wee Championship football game. And still both offenses looking to kind of get into a groove, but still lots of football to go.
Yeah, so far Clark Drainage just running the ball on every single play so far, as they're now up 6-0. Unfortunately, had the extra point blocked by EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash. And EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash, 2 turnovers, which is not good.
Something to work on. A second down to begin this second quarter. And once again, it is under control for Clark Drainage as they're up 6-0, and now all of a sudden here they go right towards the end zone all alone, and they're looking to get to the house here and finally tackled. A nice play, nice defensive move by EnviroClean to prevent a touchdown.
Clark Drainage 1st and 10 from about the 12.
Up to the 12-yard line. Nice offensive play there.
Fantastic run up the middle there. So as Clark Drainage here tries to get some more points on the board.
1st and 10, they kick it off to the running back. He eludes one tackle, but now double teamed by a couple of defenders from EnviroClean. Clark Drainage will pick up a little bit of positive yardage.
2nd down and 9.
They're calling a 1-yard pickup there. Yeah, the running back, Matthew Oche. Second down, 8 yards to go. In good football, or good field position, I should say, for Clark Drainage. Another important play deep in enemy territory. Dropping back now and passing it again to the running back, getting more positive yardage, pushing the pile forward. Looks to be a gain of roughly 4 yards or thereabouts. Have to see.
Looks like they're going to be pretty close to a first down.
And 1.
There you go. Got as many as 7 yards on that run. Good run. Right up the middle, and a whole bunch of white jerseys going backwards. So 3rd down, 1 to go. Into the red zone of EnviroClean. And again, not surprisingly, go for the run and right to the end zone. It is a touchdown as they extend their lead. Clark Drainage 6 more points as they found a hole right along the left-hand side, right into the end zone. 12-0 lead now.
Great running play there from Clark Drainage as they go up in the lead here now, 12-0. So, you know, great blocking from the offensive line there. And tough for us to see the numbers, so unfortunately we can't tell you who scored the touchdown, but fantastic run there from the running back.
We blame Mother Nature for that.
Yeah, unfortunately it's a little tough to see here. 1 in the dark and 2 with all the rain.
And we're full of excuses too, aren't we?
Yes.
Here for the extra point. Their last touchdown, the extra point was blocked. Let's see how it goes this time around. And
looks to be a bad snap this time around.
they looked to run it in, but a whole bunch of white jerseys prevented that. So back-to-back touchdowns without a point after successful. So it's a 12-0 game early in this second quarter. Clark Drainage with so far a commanding lead. So a kickoff here once again. Clark Drainage will kick it away to EnviroClean in this championship game here tonight. And the ball getting blown off of the tee, not very surprising. It's a windy night.
It's pretty breezy out here tonight, so interesting to see. You might have to have someone hold the tee here in a minute.
Could come to that. And here is the kickoff and a line drive, and it goes right between two EnviroClean players all the way back to retrieve it at around their own 15-yard line. And now some real estate to make up for EnviroClean, but still a pretty good run along that far side. Still on his feet and being brought down around the 30-yard line. That was Jalen Butcher on the return. So all things considered, having to go back seemingly 15 yards or thereabout to get that kick. He winds up with not bad field position.
Yeah, considering it could have been a lot worse, especially with this weather. Fortunately able to make up some ground with that one on the kickoff.
So close to the 30-yard line, probably around the 29 in their own side of center here for EnviroClean. They look to get back into this football game. Down by a couple of touchdowns. 12-0 is the score. And going to the run right away, not getting a whole lot of success on that first play. For EnviroClean, looked to be Kyle Coatsworth.
Second down and 8 for EnviroClean, second down and 8.
Coatsworth getting a pickup of 2.
It appears to be a turnover on the play here, and Clark Drainage has recovered again. Third turnover of the game.
So Butcher on the carry, and I guess he fumbled it at that last moment as he got up. And boy, oh boy, things not going very well for EnviroClean in this first half, Cheryl.
No, definitely not. And I bet you they can't wait to get to halftime so they can regroup on this. They're doing the things you shouldn't be doing. 1, turning the ball over, and 2, giving it up in good field position for the opposing team.
Another successful running play, positive yardage for Clark Drainage, up 12-0.
Second down and 7 for Clark Drainage.
Well, I mean, it's not surprising that they keep running. Clark Drainage really does run a power formation, running up the middle. You can do a little bit of play action, but, so far we haven't really seen that tonight, as they've gone all running plays so far.
Running backs heavily relied upon so far here tonight, and pretty tough to imagine other things happening other than that as we continue through the evening. Now another running play right up the middle. Here's some big yardage for Clark Drainage.
And a flag on the play here.
Flag on the play.
Our first penalty of the evening here tonight, the second quarter. See who it's against. Good run there for Clark Drainage, but EnviroClean hoping it's against Clark. And it doesn't appear that they're moving the football back any.
No, it appears that they've picked the flag up.
There was no flag on the play.
So they've discussed and determined that there was no penalty on that play. So picking the flag up and just letting the two teams play here so far.
So a successful run moves the football up.
3rd and 1.
A 9-yard run. Very close to the first down. Another one for Clark Drainage as they look to widen their lead. And once again, a running play, looking to pick up the first down. They have that and a whole bunch more, and a pile being moved from right to left. Still on his feet.
1st and 10 for Clark Drainage.
Clark Drainage just is running a roughshod almost all over the EnviroClean team here, just with their running game. Very, very successful.
Their power formation is, as you said, very successful tonight as they keep running it up the middle and just running it right up the gut, taking advantage of the fact that EnviroClean is a little bit more undersized for the Pee Wee League.
In the second quarter, 6 minutes in the second quarter.
6 to go here in the second quarter before we get to halftime. Clark Drainage looking for more points here in this championship football game. Once again, the run right up the middle. And they get in for the touchdown. Another successful run. Clark Drainage in their 3rd touchdown of this opening half. And it's an 18-0 lead now.
And all of Clark Drainage points tonight coming off of turnovers. Probably not something you want to see. But obviously, Clark Drainage making the most of all of these turnovers that EnviroClean keeps coughing up. And Kevin Pugh, head coach of EnviroClean on the sidelines, going to be yelling at them about ball security when they get off the field after this extra point.
They want to focus on something else here, and another run for the 2-point conversion.
The 1-point convert is good.
Pardon me, the 1-point convert is good. And it is now a 19-0 lead. for Clark Drainage. So that's our first point after attempt.
Guess
That
they
is
decided
good.
to give up on the kicking the extra point, and the running's been working, so let's just stick with that in the extra points as well.
So that worked out in a 1-point convert, so 19-0 for Clark Drainage. So hopefully for EnviroClean and that team, it hasn't been too deflating. There is still lots of football left to be played, not even to halftime just yet. But as you mentioned, they got to secure the football somehow. I know it's a very tough evening to play football in.
They've got to secure the ball, and their defense really has to stop Clark Drainage from running up the middle. Force them to throw the ball because they haven't done that yet today. So, force them to do that because apparently they're not comfortable with it.
And so another kickoff from Clark Drainage. And again, another football getting blown off the tee, and that wind is not getting any less strong as we head through this evening.
I think it might actually be getting worse tonight as we have opened one of the windows here to try to get a better look at some of the numbers of these players.
It's a chilly wind. I'm not going to lie to you. As the kick goes along the far side, and it looks like one of the Clark Drainage defenders slipping on that wet grass, but doing all that he can.
And it looks like the player from EnviroClean just fell on the ball on that one, which I think is a safe play to do after the turnovers that they've given up so far tonight.
Yeah, I think they want to do whatever they can to stop those turnovers, and giving Clark Drainage extra chances to score. So it will be EnviroClean taking over. 29-yard line in their own side of midfield here. So some real estate to make up for here, and some room to make up for in the scoreboard too. A windy night, 1st and 10 for EnviroClean, and a running play.
Trying something a little bit different on that one, pitching the ball out to the running back on it. So, EnviroClean has taken some chances. They've thrown the ball a couple times tonight with, no success, unfortunately. So, they're just trying to pick up some yardage here. And, fortunately, the Clark Drainage defense is looking pretty solid tonight.
Well, no yard pickup there. It's actually a 2-yard loss. So 2nd and 12 as they're moved back a little bit for EnviroClean. Still Jordan up here in the broadcast booth, albeit briefly. He's a busy man. We can't track him down for any comments right now, but good to see him. He's a hard-working gentleman. And now another play on the ground for EnviroClean. This time they'll get a little bit of positive yardage, at least making up the yards they lost.
And a nice run there, too. Still kept going even though he had players around his ankles, still trying to keep his legs moving, which is really what you need to do. That's what they always say, key to successful running backs. Keep your legs running, keep your legs moving, never stop. And, sometimes that will help you slip out of a tackle when you least expect it.
And keep you warm on a cold night like tonight, Keep those legs moving, you'll create some body heat. 4-yard pickup there, that time for EnviroClean. And another fairly long yardage situation. They keep it on the ground once again, kicking it off to the right side.
3 minutes to go in the second
Not getting
quarter.
the yardage they need for the
5.
first down. They're still 5 yards short. 3-yard pickup on the ground that time, so that'll bring up 4th down at around 5 yards to go for EnviroClean.
A little bit better of a run on that one as if he followed the tight end around there and was able to pick up a few yards here. But it looks like it's going to be a punting situation for EnviroClean. And last time didn't work out so well. Bad punt and just had to fall on it and ended up giving the ball back to Clark Drainage. And actually looks like they might be running another play, going for it on 4th here.
Absolutely, 4th and 5. Quarterback, and he might be getting close to first down yardage. That appears that it's going to be close. I don't know if they got enough.
Might have to wait for the officials here to see what they have to say.
That's going to be a very close run, but
I might have to bring out the sticks.
Quarterback sneak, it looked.
And that's what they're going to be doing. Looks like they'll be bringing out the sticks to measure this one.
Well, when you're down 19-0 here in the first half, not a lot of things going your way. You got to take these chances. So a gutsy call from the coaching staff of EnviroClean. That's going to be very, very close, I do think.
It appears, and we wait for the call here.
This will be a big boost for EnviroClean if they're able to get the first down, and
No.
they will not. They turn it over on
It
downs.
is also the 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning here this first half, so credit EnviroClean Dog Car Wash for going for it, down 19-0.
I was going to say, at this point, you have to. So when you're down 19-0, you got to take some risks. You got to take some, you can't just play it safe all the time. You can't just punt it. It is a pretty big hole, and with the weather the way it is, you got to take some chances. And they did, unfortunately, came up just about half a yard short on that one.
Very, very close. So again, Clark Drainage up by 19, taking over. On the right side of center for them. They kick it off to the right-hand side, and they don't get a lot of yardage on the ground that time.
141.
Barely getting it back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of half a yard, I think.
Yeah, the EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash defenders able to sniff that one out, starting to really jam up the middle on that one, and obviously now starting to stop that power formation from just running roughshed right up the middle of the field.
Second down and 9 to go here for Clark Drainage. As we're winding down the first half here at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex. Owen Dorsey's under center once again. Again, he's not going to the air whatsoever, keeping it on the ground, but again, stuffed on the play.
3rd and 8.
And that was Drew Vanderhogen getting the call on the ground for Clark Drainage. So,
and another great defensive play by EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash, sniffing that running play out right from the get-go, and all over it is bringing down the running back.
So 3rd and 8, and this is, if they can stop them here, this is going to be a good momentum here, at least for the defense for EnviroClean. 3rd down and 8. They kick it off to the right. Trying to get to the outside, now cutting back in. Doesn't appear to get the first down yardage as Kenny Levesque got the call that time on the ground.
And it appears we have a player down on the field here.
And it looks like he's going to
He's getting up slowly.
spring back up. Looks like he's going to be okay. And Greg Oche, or pardon me, that was Jake Anderson once again for EnviroClean.
In the second quarter.
So 4th down for Clark Drainage. Late here in this second quarter.
And it appears like they're going to be going for it here on 4th down rather than take the risky move of trying to punt in this weather.
Once again, snap back, and they're actually going to kick it away off to that far sideline. It rests at around the 15, I do believe.
EnviroClean will take over.
And EnviroClean takes over deep in their own territory. Time running out here in the second quarter.
Good punt from Clark Drainage there as they punted it right over into the corner, able to pin them back at about, looking like it's
15
just
seconds left in the second
maybe about the
quarter.
8-yard line. So giving them some bad field position to work with at this point in the game as we start to wind down in the second quarter.
And with only 15 seconds left to go in the first half. Long way to go here for EnviroClean, looking to get on the scoreboard for the first time tonight, down 19-0.
I think we have a timeout here on the field as they
Timeout,
try to get some other players out on the field here.
Trying anything to get some points on the board before the halfway part of this football game. And EnviroClean, Car and Dog Wash, no score here as we approached halftime.
Be interesting to see what EnviroClean does here, if they maybe take a shot down the field and since time is winding out, or if they're just going to run it up and wind out the clock. I think it'd be worth it, take that shot down the field, maybe try to get some points on the boards, or at least get some confidence in your team going into halftime.
Trying to get the receiver behind the defense or something, and you never know what will happen. So, pinned deep in their own zone is EnviroClean.
EnviroClean takes the knee, second down.
And it looks like they'll just be taking a knee to run out the clock here to end the second quarter as we head into halftime.
Play it safe, retool, and try to go get them in the second half.
Well, I mean, they've already had 3 turnovers so far that have resulted in points, so obviously they don't want to let it, let them go into halftime getting any more points on a turnover and running them quickly into the end zone.
Well, I didn't figure that the final 15 seconds was going to do very much for the offense, so that is halftime here on this very rainy, windy, and cool fall evening at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex. And a 19-0 lead for Clark Drainage as they lead EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash once again in the Occam Shrine Club Minor Football Pee Wee Day of Champs and Pee Wee Championship game. And you got to credit the kids out there in the field today and the fans, the parents, friends for braving.
Oh, I got to give a big round of applause for the fans and the parents that are still here watching. It is freezing, it is raining, and they are just bundled up with their umbrellas and all their rain gear and their winter gear as they, I can see my breath now. It's not a good situation.
As long as it stays to rain tonight, I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah,
I'll be happy if it stays to rain.
See that snow, that bad 4-letter word start to fall
Too
down.
early for that here in November.
Yeah, definitely don't want to see that.
Typical November Chatham-Kent evening. Good football weather, Why not? We complain about the rain and the wind.
This is what I would call the old school grinded out football. We got 3 touchdowns so far for Clark Drainage, all on the ground, all running plays. So, they're obviously sticking to old school Vince Lombardi football, the power formation.
So we'll see what happens in the second half, certainly as EnviroClean wants to turn things around. And I guess really the key that we've been mentioning in the first half, they got to hang on to it and not give the folks at Clark Drainage more downs, more possessions to widen this lead. They got to turn things around pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'm sure the head coach of the EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash team, Kevin Pugh, is talking to his team right now about ball security. Keeping that ball tucked in the arm, keeping it secure. It's wet out there, but you still have to be confident and hold on to that ball all the way through. This is the time when you have to teach those kids when they're peewees, when they're at their age, to keep that ball secure. Probably also talking about defense. Going to be just talking to his defense about stopping that power formation, that power running back right up the gut that Clark Drainage keeps throwing at them. And obviously, on that last series, they were able to sort of neutralize it a bit.
We'll be back with second half action here at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex as the Clark Drainage Football Club over the EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash. It's 19-0 here at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex. Mike and Cheryl in the broadcast booth. Glad you're with us tonight on TV Cogeco. And as quickly as we broke, we're back here for the second half at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex in this rainy, windy, cold night here. And getting the ball back once again will be Clark Drainage, and now a slip on the field, but able to jump back on it for Clark Drainage to keep possession.
At about the 28-yard line there, as great kickoff from EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash, able to get it past the players, and then with this lovely wet weather we're having right now, players slipping all over the place, and all you can do is hope to fall on the ball and not screw it up too much.
That's all you can do. Cody Robinson falling into that time around, so they will have possession once again, up 19-0 again. The score, Clark Drainage, EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash in this championship football game as we're halfway through it. So 1st and 10 around the 30-yard line in their own territory. And once again, they elect to run it, and they shoot it off to that far side. And the game looks to see a couple of yards there.
2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup on the ground. Same strategy the entire game so far here. Just over 2 quarters in, always on the ground.
It looks like they're sticking with it, but it also looks like EnviroClean's defense has started to figure this one out and how to stop it. So, maybe you never know what can happen. Maybe they'll cause a turnover here and be able to get some good field position.
2nd down and 7, and once again they kick it off to the near side, and 1st down yardage and a whole lot more. Good run here along the near side for Clark Drainage. Finally The running back is taken out around the 45-yard line of EnviroClean. That was a great run there by Tanner Schuin as he found a hole along the near side here. And he was making the EnviroClean defense chase him down, but they got into enemy territory, so Schuin with a great run.
And Schuin actually played on the championship Pee Wee travel team, so he's got some good football experience on him, able to bounce it to the outside there when you couldn't find anything down the middle. Of course, that's what we saw earlier in the game, right up the gut. Now you see them going to a different strategy now that EnviroClean's gotten there, making him run and chase him out to the sidelines.
It's another strategy here in the second half. Once again, another run up the gut, as we were mentioning, and this is another successful run right up the middle to close to the 35. Looks like a 37-yard line is where they get up to.
2nd and 1.
And a 9-yard run for Clark Drainage as they look for more, up by 19 early in the second half.
Really able to move the ball here on the ground. I don't blame them for not throwing the ball at all this game.
Stick with what's working. It's been a good night on the offense and defense. Both sides of the ball here for Clark Drainage as they need one more yard for a fresh set of downs, and they kick it off to the right side and pumping his legs. The running back looks like he got it this time around. Good second effort.
1st down and 10 on the second effort.
As I say, it looked like he was down there for a minute, like they had him stopped, and then he just kept going. He just kept moving his leg there.
9
Interesting
minutes to go
formation
in the
too for
third
Clark
quarter,
Drainage.
9
4 guys
minutes.
in the backfield on that one. Then all of a sudden, a couple guys split out. So, you know, that's how they're able to get so many yards right up the middle there. We're putting all those guys right up in the gut, blocking, opening up lanes for the running backs.
Exactly, so good effort the entire way in that play. On the ground for Clark Drainage, new set of downs, 1st and 10 from around the 35. And now a fumble right off the snap. It looks like they get it back, and now the quarterback will sneak it right up the middle himself. And Dorser's picking up a fair chunk of yardage there, maybe about 4 or 5.
Yeah, making a positive play on that one, which could have been disastrous as he fumbled the snap from center there, unable to, you know, do whatever play call was, and picked up a few yards there. So making a positive yardage out of it as it is a 2nd down here in about 5 or 6.
Well, you can't expect perfection tonight with the hands turning into icicles pretty quickly. 2nd and 5. And now a fumble as the handoff to the running back. He does get it back, and more positive yardage. So again, the breaks continue to go the way of Clark Drainage, and now some words being exchanged, and a flag has now been thrown.
Flag on the play.
Looks like Austin Miller, perhaps, for Clark Drainage.
Yeah, tough to see on that one, but obviously not liking how he was tackled on that one. And
After the play was over, objectionable conduct on Clark Drainage.
a little bit of objectionable conduct.
The game for 3 plays. It'll be
So there you go.
3rd down and 12.
Number 9 for Clark Drainage has to sit down for a little bit.
3 plays there, as you heard. So
Objectionable conduct there after some extracurriculars after the whistle. So 3rd down here for Clark Drainage. Looks like a couple of yards is what they, 12 yards. And now back to pass. We're not seeing this very often. And now it's a quarterback sack as reading that play perfectly. The defense for EnviroClean, and not a whole lot that Owen Dorsers could have gone
It'll be
with
4th and
that.
21.
looked like Griffith Campbell on the sack there. Middle linebacker, great speed and size. One of the larger players on the team, not one of their undersized players, sniffing that one out. First time they go back to pass, not so successful.
One of those nights that might be an omen. Don't go to the pass very often, if at all, as it's now all the way back to the 45-yard line. It is a 4th down as they're going to kick it away. Snap back to the punter. He gets the kick away. Not a bad kick at all. And now a bouncing football back to retrieve it is EnviroClean. Finally picked up off of the ground. And here they come, trying to get as best field position as they can. And now the football is bobbled, and I believe taken away by Clark Drainage, and another turnover, it appears here.
Clark Drainage recovers the fumble, take over first down.
It looked like one of the special teamers from Clark Drainage pretty much just pickpocketed the return man on that one and just took the ball right out of his hands and able to recover the ball. And now Clark Drainage has the ball in pretty good field position again.
Cole Johnston looked to be the gentleman that wrestled that football away, Cheryl. So the turnovers continue to pile up against EnviroClean.
Fourth turnover of the game for EnviroClean. Definitely something that they need to work on a little bit more.
First and 10, new set of downs here for Clark Drainage, and this one's whistled down.
Timeout.
And it's actually a
The first timeout.
timeout taken before the snap, just before the snap, and Clark Drainage has that timeout, and they've got to feel good about themselves here in this third quarter as they continue to benefit from turnovers.
Yeah, they have a pretty good lead here right now. Got pulling points off the first three turnovers, so getting the ball in pretty good field position here. You got to wonder if they'll be able to capitalize again, although the EnviroClean Car Dog Wash defense really stepping up in the second half here, not allowing Clark Drainage to pick up any major yardage, and of course that objectionable conduct call really hurting their field position, but able to get the turnover and then make up for it.
It all kind of came back in their favor. So here will be their first play in this latest drive, first down, around the 29-yard line of EnviroClean. And again, another running play off to the right-hand side, but minimal yardage that time around, as EnviroClean saw that one the entire way.
Yeah, defense able to penetrate the offensive line right away there and tackle him there and actually create a loss of yardage on that one, as it'll be about 2nd and 12.
So again, trying to get any positives that they can. Is EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash on defense. They'd love nothing more than to stuff the opponent on this drive. And once again, another great defensive move by EnviroClean as they appear to push back Clark Drainage again.
You've got to start to wonder now if Clark Drainage will begin to change up their power formation. You know, they've got those 4 running backs, 2 wide receivers out as their traditional formation that they're going with here tonight. And it was working for them earlier in the game, but it looks like EnviroClean has adapted, changed their defense. And, you know, maybe they might need to sweep it out a little farther, although the one time they did try to pass it, not such good results with the quarterback sack.
3rd and 9. Clark Drainage off of the turnover. Now a passing play, and it's incomplete, as that was intended for Matthew Oche. And Oche just wasn't able to haul it in. So 4th down and 9. Upcoming here for Clark Drainage Contractors Cougars, as they have a 19-0 lead, and a lead they've enjoyed since late in the second quarter.
And it looks like Clark Drainage will be going back to punt this ball away again.
Looking to maybe pin EnviroClean deep once again. We'll see how this turns out. Now a blocked punt. Good job by EnviroClean. And they come back the other way with it, close to the 40-yard line. EnviroClean, that very positive thing there for that to happen, up to around the 40-yard line. So again, all things considered, fairly good good stuff there for EnviroClean and good field position.
And you know, you got to hope for them that the momentum is starting to swing in their favor now if they can hold on to the ball on this drive and be able to at least pick up some yards, pick up some first downs, because that's what they seem to be having difficulty with. I think they need to get a little bit more, you know, some positive notes going for them this game.
In the third quarter.
3 minutes to go in this third quarter, and really, I mean, there's still time available. You look at the scoreboard.
Well, I know, as we've seen so far with these turnovers, anything can happen.
Absolutely. Get a quick touchdown here before the fourth quarter happens. Could be a brand new football game for EnviroClean as they kick it off to the right or the far side for a running play. And let's see, is this another turnover? Oh boy, another turnover, this time on the run. A fumble from EnviroClean, and Clark Drainage again, like a broken record, benefits from the turnover.
Yeah, coughing up the ball once again, 5th turnover of the game. And although, on the positive side, they weren't able to get points on the last turnover, EnviroClean's probably hoping to stop them from getting any points off of this turnover. But that is just what is costing them this game so far, is those costly turnovers and giving Clark Drainage great field position.
So Clark Drainage again taking over, another running play up the middle and maybe close to 5 yards. Looks to be a 5-yard pickup, so second and 5 from the 35-yard line of EnviroClean.
And we'll see what they do here as it's about 2nd and 5. It seems like they're just going to keep with the running plays, but, EnviroClean defense, they're really hoping, I think, for a turnover at this point, getting the ball back.
Still a lot of football to play. Still got to work hard here, so see if the defense can continue to work hard here for EnviroClean. Clark Drainage again on offense. And another few yards. It's going to be a first down.
Ball's fumbled, recovered by EnviroClean.
Oh, pardon me, it is a turnover. Couldn't see that along the far side, but it is taken away on the fumble by EnviroClean. So there you go. That's a swing in momentum right there.
Yeah, first turnover, rather, for Clark Drainage in this game here, and we'll see if EnviroClean Car and Dog Washing can be able to take advantage. Unfortunately, not the greatest field position for them on this, but I guess anything that will prevent Clark Drainage from scoring any more points is always a positive.
But a minute left to go in this third quarter. EnviroClean taking over on downs, or on the fumble, pardon me. From close to the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 on the ground. Finally taken down close to the 33-yard line.
2nd and 7.
So 2nd down, 7 to go here. Looking to get up to the 40.
Couple positive yards on that one, but maybe it's time for them to take a shot down the field. It might be time for them to take a risk as the third quarter here starts to wind down.
Last play of the
You're just looking for that Hail Mary, aren't you?
I know. I want a Hail Mary. I think it's one of the most exciting plays in sports.
A lot of running here tonight, albeit probably a very smart method here for both teams. Let's see how they go here. Another running play. This time another minimal pickup.
Third quarter, the score is Clark Drainage,
And the buzzer blows here to wrap up the third quarter. It's going to be 3rd down and about 6 when they start off the
approximately 6 yards to go.
EnviroClean Club, 3rd and 6. Looking to get up to the 40-yard line. So 3 quarters in, Cheryl. Still a 19-0 lead. No scoring in that third quarter. Clark Drainage 1 quarter away from winning this championship game.
Well, we've really seen the EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash defense really step up here, stop the Clark Drainage offense from really running roughshed over them down the middle especially. But unfortunately, coughing up 2 more turnovers for EnviroClean, something that they can't be doing. But getting a turnover of their own back here. So we'll see what they can do with it, if they can capitalize on it, as it's about 3rd and 6 here as we kick off the fourth quarter with Clark Drainage leading 19-0.
As they switch sides here, so ball situated just off of the 35-yard line, about 5.5 yards to go for a first down. For EnviroClean, still looking to get on the board here, down 19-0. Beginning the fourth quarter. And once again looking to get some running room, and I don't think a lot of positive yardage is going to come from this, although they're still fighting. And look at this, trying to get as many yards as they can. They will get up
4th and 5.
the original line of scrimmage, so maybe a half a yard gain there.
Yeah, number 44, Jalen Butcher, on that run, trying to go to the right side, not finding anything. Well, first he tried the middle, nothing there. Tried the right side, nothing there. And then able to get at least a few positive yards going up the right side, but unfortunately not enough for the first down.
Another good stuff there by the Clark Drainage defense, not allowing the running game anything for EnviroClean. So another 4th down. And another kick away here by the EnviroClean club. And a high snap, and the kick does get away. Good kick, and now it gets right past the defense, and now it's going to be recovered, it looks like, by EnviroClean, as the defender wasn't able to get that football cleanly. And a very smart move there.
Yeah, the kick returner touching the ball as it came down, but unable to reel it in there with this wet weather. And EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash, one of their little guys, one of their smaller, undersized players, just sliding in on his belly to scoop that ball up there and, give EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash the first down.
I think that might have been Drew Vanderhogen sliding down there on his belly and getting over top of the football. So that shows there's no quit here for EnviroClean.
Yeah, and it was a bit of a slide, too, on this wet grass.
That's true.
He kind of kept going.
That is absolutely true. So 1st and 10 here for EnviroClean, and here is a pass that looked to be deflected, I believe.
I'm not sure if it slipped out of his hand or what happened on that, but not a great passing play. Clark Drainage actually a chance to intercept it and unable to reel that one in. So obviously this weather making it a little bit tough to throw the ball and catch the ball. Either
deflected or, as you mentioned, it could have been wet hands, but certainly not a fluid motion there for that pass. 2nd down and 10. They'll do it again from the 53-yard line. The EnviroClean side of midfield. They elect to go to their run this time around. Off to the left side, it is fumbled and recovered by Clark Drainage. So another turnover and a game filled with them. And the vast majority going against EnviroClean, and they lose the football once again on the ground. Running back unable to hang on to it. And Clark Drainage in this 4th quarter getting possession again.
Number 44, Jalen Butcher, was the one coughing up that ball on that play. So that is turnover number 6 for EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash. Just turnover number 7 in total of this game, which is just full of them tonight.
Clark Drainage taking over the 53. 1st and 10. And another running play right past center, and that's going to garner quite a bit on the positive yardage, close to 7 yards on the ground.
2nd and 4.
As they go right up the middle. So a 6-yard pickup. 50-yard line of EnviroClean.
I'm still hoping for that Hail Mary here, but I don't think we'll be seeing it from Clark Drainage, as they are up at 19-0 now, although unable to score in this second half so far this game.
Ball just resting on the other side of the 50-yard line, but in EnviroClean's territory. And off of the handoff again right up the middle, and this looks to be a 1st down. Or very, very close to it. It will be a 1st down. 45-yard line is where they get to.
Quite an interesting formation there, as they had before running backs in the backfield and then 2 split off to the outside there to sort of the tight end position and then took off. So maybe trying to do a little trickery there, throw the team off, throw EnviroClean's defense off. But able to do that and run the ball up the middle, get that 1st down.
It's what they've done and done well all football game, is run it right up the middle.
Just chewing up clock here now.
19-0 lead here for Clark Drainage over EnviroClean in this championship game. 1st down and 10 for Clark Drainage. And again, they will get more positive yards right up the middle, and they continue to go right towards the end zone. This might be a touchdown for Clark Drainage, and it is. 6 more points. Another very successful run as they kicked it out to the far side, and Clark Drainage, 6 more points. They widen their lead to 25-0.
A 44-yard touchdown run on that one. It looked like number 44 on that, Brandon Wiseman on the run there. So fantastic run down the field, able to bounce it outside there, as you mentioned, and just pick up those pivotal yards, grind it up.
A lot of athletic running backs on that Clark Drainage football team, and a great run, not quitting from start to finish. And Jalen Butcher widening that lead, and Clark Drainage getting that much closer. Now on the extra point attempt, the convert is no good,
The score is Clark Drainage
as they
25,
tried to run it in.
0. 6 minutes left.
They were lined up there for a kick. I'm not sure if there was a bad snap or if that was a designed play, but unable to get the extra point on that one. 25-0 now for Clark Drainage over EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash here in the Pee Wee Championship game.
It's always good to get those extra points after the touchdown, but at this point, up 25-0 and 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. I'm not sure if Clark Drainage is too worried about it at this point.
Not such a big deal right now, probably. And it sounds like the rain's actually picked up a little bit here right now, so gonna make for an even sloppier game.
Another line drive kickoff. It is received at the 25-yard line by EnviroClean, and a nice return here. 25-yard return up to the 50. So again, another good job there by 44. Jalen Butcher, he's had a good fourth quarter.
Yeah, he has. Unfortunately, he has coughed up the ball, but he's also had some pretty good runs, some pretty good kickoff returns there as well, able to hold on to the ball on that one.
So they will take over here, 49-yard line. And around 6 minutes left to go here in this fourth quarter. Once again on the Occam Shrine Club Minor Football Pee Wee Day of Champions in the Pee Wee Championship game here. An ever-increasing wet football field here at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex.
It's still windy out there as well, and still very wet. A little mucky looking in the middle of the field there. Not too bad, but I'm sure, you know, it's probably fun for the kids to get to slide around.
Giant slip and slide. All things considered, the field still looking very good with all the rain that it's had to endure and a fair bit of football played on it. EnviroClean taking the opportunity now to get a timeout here.
Maybe not sure if they're going to discuss some different strategy, maybe just sub some different players in, but you know, at this point, with about 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, Clark Drainage up 25-0. You got to think EnviroClean's thinking just score some points first to save a bit of face here in the championship game.
Yeah, not to get shut out. That's first order of business, I do believe here. So timeout for EnviroClean at the 49-yard line is where this drive will start off. Again, Mike Renier, Cheryl Johnstone, the broadcast booth. Jeff Brooks on the camera tonight. The TV coach, glad you're tuning in here this evening. And another handoff to the running back. Looked like the quarterback had a little trickery there, looking to maybe fake the defense into thinking he was going to pass it, but it is a handoff to the running back and a gain of close to 6, I do believe, as they get up to midfield.
Yeah, pretty good run there as they make it their way down the field here, and you know, probably hoping to pick up a couple pivotal first downs and get on the board here, which I think might be important.
3 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Do whatever they can. 3 minutes to go in this fourth quarter, and that that brought a cheer from the fans in the crowd here on this cold night and wet.
I think they're glad that they keep running the ball because it's chewing up a lot more clock.
That is true. And now another head off to the running back on the near side, looking for first down yardage. He's going to get a good run here from EnviroClean, getting around a couple of defenders, finally stepping out of bounds. And if he didn't do that, he might have had a few more yards to his credit. But that's
number 99, Griffin Campbell.
That's right, Griffin Campbell for EnviroClean, and he picks up some serious yardage, Cheryl, as it's going to bring it up to, looks like the 37-yard line is where he stepped out of bounds.
And Griffin there, a larger running back there, I think, giving Clark Drainage some headaches there, trying to tackle him and bring him down. Can take a couple guys to bring him down, and of course just ran out of real estate there on the sideline.
Now let's see if he's the go-to guy now on the ground, as EnviroClean looks to punch it deeper into enemy territory towards the end zone. They elect to go up the middle a bit more with it. Once again, looks like Griffin gets the call.
No room to go there up the middle, as they had everything jammed. So unfortunately, going up the middle not working out so well, but looks like he did pick up, or actually lost some yardage on, or rather picked up a couple yards on that run, but not too many. So you got to wonder if they're going to bounce it out to the sidelines again, try to pick up some larger chunks of yardage that way.
Well, it was certainly successful, the play previous by Griffin Campbell. Let's see if he gets the call once again. Second and around 8. And once again, the handoff and going up the middle, bouncing off a couple of defenders. Still on his feet, it is Campbell once again churning his legs, going towards first down yardage. And he won't get there. Gets pretty close, maybe a yard or two away from the first down with a minute left to go here in this.
That was a hard-fought couple of yards there. As the fans getting a little rowdy with the minute left. Getting excited.
They can sense their warm, dry cars warming up anytime now. But on the minds of EnviroClean right now.
So do you think we'll see a Hail Mary now, Mike?
Well, you know what? You've been jonesing for it for quite some time, Cheryl, so I hope for your sake you do get the chance to see a Hail Mary from the 35-yard line or thereabouts in Clark Drainage territory. Not this time around. It's a running play and a huge loss as Clark Drainage defense saw that one forming a mile away on that play from EnviroClean. So that's going to bring up fourth down.
Last play of the game.
And I guess, well, last play of the game, you might get to see finally your Hail Mary. I'm not going to say one way or the other.
My fingers are crossed, but you never know. We haven't seen too many balls go through the air tonight, so it would be nice to see one go down the field.
Tell you what, if you don't get one here, I'll go out in the field and I'll throw a Hail Mary. How's that?
Is that a promise?
No, it's not a promise at all. Not at all. Final play of this football game. It's going to be a championship here for Clark Drainage as they kick it off to the right-hand side. And an incomplete pass by the quarterback, Kelton Evans, and a final 25-0 as Clark Drainage, the champions here this evening, they defeat EnviroClean in this championship football game. EnviroClean car and dog wash on the wrong side of that 25-0 score. Clark Drainage Contractors winning in the Occam Shrine Club Minor Football Pee-wee Day of Champions and the Pee-wee Championship game.
Yeah, and obviously Clark Drainage being crowned the champions. They might be drowning out there in all this rain that we're getting. 6 turnovers in all in this game, which is quite excessive. You got to say 6 turnovers of the 6 times that EnviroClean car and dog wash coughed up the ball. Only one time that Clark Drainage, and unfortunately EnviroClean not even able to get any positive points out of this one.
Well, it's been a great day of football. You know, the weather aside, Mother Nature's non-cooperation here today, but you know what? It's been a great day of football. A lot of people braving the elements, the cold, the wind, the rain, and they still had a very good time here tonight, and some pretty good quality football throughout the afternoon here too. And you know, just it was the turnovers that really made this a one-sided game, and EnviroClean's undoing here so far this evening. It appeared to be that was what did them in. Yeah,
and I say we have to tip our caps to all of the fans that came out, all the parents, all of the officials, and everyone from the Chatham-Kent Cougars football organization coming out and sticking it out through this cold weather and putting on a great afternoon and evening of football here at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex.
So there you go in the championship game. It was Clark Drainage 25 and EnviroClean no score. So you know what? Hopefully you enjoyed watching this here on TV Coach Co, because that was a pretty entertaining game. Those kids seem to have a lot of fun out there.
Yeah, and a lot of potential leading down the road for some of the Cougars varsity teams and their travel teams. So obviously they play in the summer. So, you know, good things I think are coming for football here in Chatham-Kent.
So here from the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex on this fall, rainy, wet evening, it's Mike Rennie along with Cheryl Johnstone. Shameless promotion time. You can be heard weekday mornings.
Weekday mornings from 6 until 10 with Dave Palmer on Country 92.9. And when are you on?
I'm on several hours later on that same radio station, Country 92.9. 3 to 7, I waste time, basically. I basically
you get people home from their day.
I get people home, and hopefully you have maybe a smile on your face or something. So join us right throughout the day on Country 92.9 FM, CFCO. It is Cheryl Johnstone. My name is Mike Renier. Jeff Brooks doing a great job holding that camera there. He's on the other side of the camera. You can't see him. He's going to make sure that you can't see him. But Jeff Brooks doing a good job on the camera tonight. Thanks for watching on TV Coach Co.